Welcome back to the social universe where you learn the secrets of the social media through the social universe, and in many cases, you learn the secrets of the universe itself. Last segment, we talked a lot about our Braveheart's freedom. I can't quite say it as great as Mel did, but to have the freedom and the liberty to be able to still have our privacy. So always be careful with the social media that it's not violating your privacy, not just to those around you, open to the public, but to your government. Because the government is almost always a worse enemy than just some individual. So we want to always take that into consideration. So now we're going to segue. We're going to talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolutions are huge this year, and the reason is about 3 months ago I did my New Year's resolutions 3 months early. So all I did is rework my New Year's resolutions. So they got very specific. I know how I know what my body fat content's gonna be. I know what I want my muscle mass to be. I know what I want my blood pressure to be. I know what I want. There's just so many different things, even down to my cholesterol, and I have great cholesterol. But these are just things that I want to monitor. That's on the physical side, and then I actually set goals in the spiritual side, and in the mental and social emotional sides, in the roles that I take in life, because there's so many hats that we wear, different roles that we perform in life. But none of those will work well if you haven't taken care of your body from the standpoint of making sure it's structurally fit and making sure that it just performs with the best energy possible. So if you have the most energy inside of your body, then you will perform better spiritually, physically, mentally, socially, and emotionally. So if those are all things that are good things to balance in, and then once you have good balance in those areas, then you can actually perform extremely well in your career. So I have invited Elaine to come back. We have some when we've been interviewing Elaine in the past, there's been a lot of I've come to know Elaine from the standpoint of the things that she's told me, but I haven't actually known her patients. And actually, we are going to bring one of her patients on here at the very end of the show to share what his experience was. But Elaine, tell us a little bit about, give a little bit of advice. I know I gave way too much advice about New Year's resolutions, but everybody's got their own way of making the New Year's resolutions. But what would you share now that those New Year's resolutions have been made? What would you suggest to our listeners to be able to keep that staying power there, to make sure that they continue through the year and actually accomplish those goals?
Well, thank you for welcoming me back, and
You're
Happy New
welcome.
Year to you and
Thanks,
everyone.
thank you.
One of the things that's important is to take the opportunity at the first of the year to use it as a jumping board for what you'd like to accomplish, having looked at what you accomplished last year.
Mhm.
And rather than charge out of the starting gates, at a fast pace, and you make the first, 30 days later, you're exhausted, overwhelmed.
Don't be what we call, okay. I know I've already talked way too much in this segment, but the image. This is the image of what I'm going to paint for you of what Elaine is saying not to be. So I spend a lot of time in the gym. It's not because I am this big muscle-bound guy. It's because I'm actually, lost 90 pounds. And so it was more about losing weight than it was about becoming this muscle-bound person. And so I've got to maintain that. But nonetheless, I spend time in the gym. So every year it's amazing. Like this morning, you can't even get into the gym. Everything's booked. It's just a complete rat race. But what is everybody doing on that first real workout of the year when they get into the routine? They're killing themselves. They're having. There was actually a fitness trainer that came over to one guy that was. He was working out at my level, and he was not should not have been working out at my level. And not because I'm better than him. It's just I've been there longer, and that your body just can't handle that. And they actually had a heart monitor on him, and it was showing that he was gonna he was max heart rate and more than max heart rate. He should not have been there doing that. It was an Orange Theory for all of you who I should have been talking more about Orange Theory during the show, because it's just a great place to start your year. But anyway, she came down over and kind of said, "How you doing? How you doing?" What he had done is looked over at my settings and set his settings to my settings, and he just nearly killed himself. So what you don't want to do is be that person. And my wife and I also, we kind of look over and laugh at these people that are just working out, and we never see them again, because two things happen. One is they get so sore they can't move the next day, and by the time those 3 days of getting rid of the lactic acid are gone, they're just not in the mood to work out anymore. It happened to my son, by the way. I mean, he's 14. He's pretty in shape. He rides his bike a lot. He figured that he could keep up with Dad. So we had a 1 mile race, and he beat me. He did beat me. I was really impressed. But he couldn't move for the next 3 days. And now he doesn't want to do it at all, right? So don't be that guy. And we're not just talking physically. We're talking about, in all the different areas of your life. Don't come out of the chute so fast that you break every bone in your body, and your mental body, your spiritual body. You kind of bring yourself up to speed.
Exactly. Well, what's important? Your health, your body. You can certainly use a business plan format. Mm-hmm. You decide what you want, mm-hmm. and how you think you're going to do, what your mission statement is. You can do that for your body. Sure. And realize that our body is comprised of 3 components. Mm-hmm. There's the physical, mm-hmm. there's the mental, correct. And there's also our spiritual consciousness. Sure. We're a complete tri-being. And there's a lot of, if you're not sure what to do and you get a little overwhelmed in the gym, there's a lot of infomercials mm-hmm. that have a lot of different programs. They're all very good. There's one that's for your fanny, if you want to contour that. Uh-huh. Excellent, because
for those of you in England, that means your behind.
Yes, your bottom, your buttocks.
That's right. So it just goes out to an international audience. So we keep going.
Okay, because when we work out, we don't work all the muscles specifically. So it's a Brazilian butt lift. Mm-hmm. And then there's the 10-minute trainer. Mm-hmm. There's also T25. Because some people think to get into shape, you have to work out for an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. No. There's even something called the fluidity bar. Mm-hmm. And that's a ballerina's body. And you do half an hour just twice a week. Okay. So don't get overwhelmed that you have to go to the gym, 5 days a week. You decide how much time you want to devote. Mm-hmm. If you can go to the gym, if you like that social, inspiration, motivation group,
which I do.
Thing, that's
like
good.
Classes. I like that.
But you can also do it at home, mm-hmm. and they even have like yoga. Mm-hmm. Even PBS has got some yoga, fitness. There's something called C-Stretch, which is kind of like a little dance movement. Slow, easy. So whatever your pace is, and if anybody wants a little help, they don't know how to find a program, give me a call. I'd be happy to, steer you in whatever direction. And for eating, make sure you're well hydrated, because our body is 70% water mm-hmm. when it's healthy, and it's good healthy water. Right. And then, the thing that helps people to get back into healthy eating, by all means, get yourself a blender, a smoothie maker. Sure. Just load it up with all kinds of veggies. Have fun. Getting into shape.
Recipes, by the way, because I got so excited about it, just dumped everything out of the refrigerator in there, and I kind of made myself feel that little revulsion feeling a couple of times. So yeah, look at some recipes, put together in combinations that that's kind of.
Dr. Oz has got some mm-hmm. great recipes. He's on at 11 o'clock in the morning, Channel 3, and 8 o'clock at night. And if mm-hmm. you miss the 8 o'clock at night, a week later it's on at 11. Mm-hmm. The following week. But go to everybody, all the doctors, even there's another medical show on Channel 3 called The Doctors, mm-hmm. and they have, supportive recipes and things like that. With technology, we're not at a loss of where to go. You can Google anything. You can even Google smoothies. You can superfoods.
Love being able to
you can
research.
make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've gotten some exercise equipment for Christmas or money to buy exercise equipment, remember that exercise device is going to use muscles you've never used before.
Right, and get prepared for it, and don't be discouraged about it. Just push through it.
In fact, look at it. Be intelligent.
Right.
Be a scientist about your body. This is an exploration. And realize what areas this machine is going to do, like an elliptical or something like that. And then there's also a kind of a lateral device,
Mm-hmm.
which, that will really work your legs, your groin muscles, your fanny, your buttocks. So if you're going to use an area of the body you haven't worked before, even riding a bicycle, please stretch before.
Yes, and this is one of the reasons that I brought Elaine on, and I'm going to have one of her patients come on with us in just a moment, is that pre-workout and post-workout, you need to think about the structure of your body. If you knew that you had a cracked engine block in your car, would you be racing around at 300 miles an hour trying to get 140 miles an hour trying to push it to its limit? That thing is gonna crack. The engine's gonna blow, and you're doing that to yourself when you go to the gym without getting your body in alignment. Give us a couple of things, and it looks like we only have maybe 2 minutes. So give us 60 seconds and talk to the camera while DJ and I change places, and we're going to let you guys talk about what you did for DJ, because I just need to test. This is our videographer, so this is the first actual patient of Elaine's that I've seen, and DJ would hobble in here, and I hope I don't say this too publicly, but I really wondered if DJ was coming to the sunset of his life here. He was not in a good way. And
the over the hill gang.
Yeah, he was heading down the over the hill, and all of a sudden, he's back 18 again, and you'll see him here in just a moment. So he's phenomenal. I'll let it come out of his mouth. We have 2 minutes left. We've got to end on time because we got to get our other show going as well. So Elaine, tell us a little bit about how you were able to help DJ, and then DJ, I'm going to have you share your experience, and we'll wrap right up.
Well, first of all, in working with DJ, and I was delighted that he had asked me for my expertise, because he had gone to several different doctors, therapists, and no one seemed to have gotten the gist of it. And what I did was I looked at his whole body, what he could do, what he couldn't do, all the treatments he had gotten, the results he was getting or not getting. And I do a specialized technique called body recalibration. And it's a special process, and it encompasses looking at the whole person. You are the sum total of however many years you've been on the planet, different accidents, injuries. We looked at his hydration. He was doing that very well with good quality high pH water to keep his body alkaline, because when you're in pain, your body's very acidic. Then we looked at nutrition. And when you're in pain, you don't feel like cooking, you don't feel like eating. So you have to have good nutrition. So we looked at a protein powder, lots of veggies and some fruit, so it's a good mixture. So that was fueling his body, because when you are in pain, your body's nutritional demands are huge. So proportionate to the amount of pain, you have to feed your body. And protein will help you to rebuild your body, but minerals from your fruits and vegetables are what make your muscles work. Now, DJ had a lot of scar tissue in his lower back. He was looking at surgery, and that's what the doctor said, with only a 40% relief. Well, that's not good enough, And the other thing that's important is when you are going in for surgery, remember that you have to correct the body alignment. And this is what's very, very important, to correct the alignment, even if you have to have surgery, because when they go in and do surgery, you can never correct the alignment after that, or make the muscles more pliable. So anyway, that's what we did, and DJ was very diligent about doing the castor oil pack protocol, and I'll let him explain what that was.
There was a lot going on, and I'd had 3 months of therapy with different practitioners, and we'll get back to you. We'll explain it after the break.